Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you either a potential fix or go ahead and scrap your television. So when you turn it on, everything is completely fine for a split second, and then like literally 3 seconds later, you start to see some green come up, and now we have all these lines all over our television here. This particular model is the Sharp Smart Roku TV, and unfortunately, these TVs I think were just mass-produced poorly. I've actually tried to fix 3 different ones with no luck, meaning it is a bad display, but this is the best one that we have seen regarding that it is being able to fire up and you're able to see somewhat. Obviously, you just don't want to watch any shows with lines here. It does look like, from the naked eye, it does look like a pressure point, like it's a cracked LCD, but it is not. You would get these lines all the way up and down. So I've ordered a new T-Con board, and we're going to go ahead and put that in. And mine actually came with ribbons as well. Here is the one we're going to be putting in. This came off another broken panel television, meaning that it was cracked. This one is not. So what people do is they sell the parts inside the television. So it was pretty inexpensive, so I went and I purchased it. Normally in this circumstance, I would know it's a bad display, but again, this is the best one I've seen in this condition, meaning it actually, I can see something. Hey guys, if you're new here, welcome. We have a lot of fun here. Smash that subscribe button down below and turn on your bell notifications so when fresh content comes out, you're the first to know. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the back of the television. That is right behind me right here. There's a bunch of screws all over the place. Just look all the way around it down the sides. There's some small ones that are right here and right over here, and long ones down here as well. And you will have to take off the feet if the feet are on the television as well. Once all the screws are out, the top should fold down very easily. You might get it a little stuck down here in the corners. Just pry gently. If you're like having to rip it off, you probably missed a screw somewhere. I have all my screws over there. My feet are off of it here and over here as well. Okay, so we will be needing to go ahead and replace the T-Con board here. These are very simple right here. I'm gonna have to probably do it with 2 hands, but you push in those tabs on each side, wiggle that out, and these right here, because mine already are included, I won't have to unlatch this, but this literally goes south to north. Be very careful with those. South to north, just flip it up with your fingernail, slide those out, vice versa. We will have to be getting underneath here, so be careful. I have it lipped over just a little bit, and we're gonna remove that screw, and we're gonna remove that screw there as well. We need to take this off so that we can get underneath, and then you'll see this down here. Now, these ones here go north to south, as in you flip them up north to south again. Get your fingernail under there, and just be gentle with that, and then you back this off here, which will just pull out like that and pull out like that there. Okay, we're gonna loosen that screw and that screw right there, and we still do need to disconnect this with 2 hands or without the camera down, so I can, might be able to get it. There we go right there. And now we'll again take off that screw. We'll remove the T-Con board, put the replacement one in, put everything back together, put those ribbons back into these slots, fold those little slots back down, fire it up and see if it works. Now, before you yank it and break it, there is a pad underneath it that is stuck to this area here. You can either choose to rip off the back of this one and put it on your other one if you don't have it. I'm probably gonna do that. And what that does is that just lifts it up just slightly. And if it's there, the manufacturer probably wants you to have it there, so. All right, folks, the moment of truth. Let's see if this bad boy has worked. Let's go ahead and hit that power button there and fire it up. Obviously, if it does not work, don't put the back of the television on. Okay, let's see what happens. Same thing. It actually took it a little bit longer this time to actually fire up. And so the same thing is happening with the other T-Con board, which means it's a bad panel, unfortunately. Now, I was thinking that right off the bat, but I said, you know what? Maybe I'll try a new T-Con board just because this one fires up fresh, and again, I only spent like, I think maybe $8 or $9 on that T-Con board. It's just a problem with these Sharp, especially on the back of them, the ones that say Best Buy and the Roku TV something is mass manufactured horribly. There was probably a recall. If not, there should have been, because literally I'm a dumpster diver and I have found 4 of these televisions and I've tried to fix them. I gave up after the first 2, knowing that it's a bad panel. If it fires up and has all these squigglies or whatever, then we sell the parts. So in this case, if you want to try it, I wouldn't. Just don't waste your money if you have something similar to this. And with a bad display is unfixable. So what you can do in this case, the T-Con boards really aren't worth very much at all. You can try to get a few bucks off those if you really want to, but instead, what I would do is I would sell the power supply and the main board. There's only 3 boards in there, so sell the power supply and the main board, and then I would sell the stand feet as well with their screws, and you'll be able to recoup some money on the television and then just go back out and buy a pre-owned one. They're getting so cheap these days, but you'll be able to recoup some costs on the television, especially with those parts. And believe it or not, the stands, they go for quite a lot of money, but you have to sell them with the screws. They still will sell without the screws, but if you have the screws, buyers are willing to go after your listing a little bit more. Just go on eBay, click under completed listings, see what other people have sold them for. You can undercut the competition by a couple bucks just so you'll sell a little bit faster if you want. Hope the video has helped. Guys, please give it a thumbs up. If this helped you determine if you want to even tackle this project or just scrap the parts, scrap the television in general. If you're going to recycle it, definitely e-recycle it or put it out next to dumpsters like how I find this, and somebody will, God willing, be able to make some dollars off of it. Again, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe on the way out. We'll see you guys on the next one. My name's Chris. Take care. Bye-bye. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.